Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey! What is going on, good people? How is it going today? OMG, I'm trying to log on to my computer and it's reading like not even Central Time. I don't know what time that is. It's saying 10:16, and that's obviously not what time it is. But how y'all doing today? How you doing today? How you doing today? How was your weekend? If you did not see Sarge's the Iron Elite podcast show and K Solo's podcast with Logic, you missed it yesterday. It was a great show. They did a combination, which is totally amazing. And they spoke to the 2025 Iron Elite Titans, myself and Reef. And past Titans were on, of course, K Solo, Big Sale. We didn't see the Mileage Bully. She did jump on and, say some things in the comments, but she wasn't available. And Miss Sunshine Rogers was on as well. So that was definitely a great show. Today, I wanted to talk to you, bring to you, it's 2025, so, everybody's in line with getting their miles together, whether it's their club's challenge or annual requirement, or whether they're just doing it for themselves. So I have a very special guest. Now, let me see if I can recall how to do this, because y'all know technology is not always the best thing. So let's see. Looking for. Let's see. I can search. And it doesn't seem to be. Oh, no, that was right. That was right. Now, hopefully it works that way. Hi, Mommy! Hi, Cut Up. How you doing? What's up, y'all? What's up there? What's up? What you got going on for this year? Where you riding to? I know Oklahoma was like fly. What did you do for the rest of the year, and what you have on your agenda for this year? That's gonna be cool. Hey, Auntie, how you doing? How are you this evening? Oh, I can see you guys now. I wonder how I can put that on. I'm waiting for him to. Hi, Mommy. I'm waiting for my special guest. I'm so excited about this year, and I got some good news also for Baby Shark. You guys know he has been a labor of love, and it is so crazy. It's just been crazy. So finally, I worked it out with Geico, because I was in an accident with him in late April, beginning of May, and he's been in the shop ever since. But now things are finally going to where they're going. What's up with you, man? King Kool-Aid. How
What's
you
happening?
doing?
Over here chilling in Big Texas.
Over there chilling in Big Texas. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. Let me see. I can't. You're kind of low. Let me see if I can turn my volume up. So what's going on, young whippersnapper?
Just over here enjoying this nice, cool 22-degree weather.
That's
That's
it.
yeah, I
22
know.
degrees. That's all.
Hey, that's very cold for Texas. We actually not supposed to be working. We're not used to this type of weather over here, man. We need to shut the whole state down and just take a chill right now.
We are in single digits. So I would welcome 22 degrees right now.
But
I would welcome.
you don't understand the cold over here. It feels like it's going inside your skin. It hurts. Yeah.
You said I don't understand that. Someone who lives in North America, who it has been snowing here since Thursday night. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 days. We're in single digits.
You should be
You
having
tell
skis
me
on your
I
bike.
don't understand the cold, and it's piercing the skin and it hurts.
It's bad for us over here, man. It's
You guys are
freezing,
spoiled.
you
I
know.
think everywhere should have a little bit of all the seasons just so that you know how to act. You guys are like Atlanta when they get that dusting of snow and everybody goes crazy.
I rode on
Cars
Sunday
are
though.
crashing. You can't
If,
handle it.
if that makes you feel any better, I rode Sunday.
Oh, and what was the temperature?
About 69 in the.
Yeah, I'm living vicariously through you because there's no there we can still ride, but it's definitely not 60 nothing. We're not gonna see that until God,
It got down to
probably
30s.
April or May.
It got down in the 30s in the afternoon though, so you know. But if it
You
makes you
poor
feel any
baby.
better,
You
yeah, it was bad. It
you
was bad.
poor thing. So for those of us who don't know, introduce yourself.
Name is Kool-Aid Robert Unleashed, world famous Unleashed Beast MC out of Killeen, Texas, the mother chapter. We be around for a little bit. You know, we do the family thing and we ride on motorcycles, man. So that's about it.
That's about
That's
it.
about it. That's
You
about it.
sure?
Yeah, that's about it. We just get on the bikes, man. You know, put 20, 30,000 miles a year on the bikes over here, man. We got male and female in our club, and um, all races. You know, and everybody has to own a motorcycle to ride in the club. We do a lot of charity, do a lot of things for the community. We give back year round. We just don't give back one time of the year. Pretty much year round, we give back to the community down here. You know,
That's
in
what I'm
Killeen.
talking about. That don't sound like a little bit. I've seen your posts, I've seen your pictures, I've seen your gatherings and your picnics and the things that you donate and you give away and that you've raised and the charities you support. You got to tell us a little bit about all of that. It's not just, oh, we just ride our bikes, we're family club. Come on. You too modest. You too modest.
We
Let's hear it.
we all come from humble beginnings, man. You know, some of us are veterans and some of us are civil servants. You know, so mothers and fathers, grandfathers. You know, that's just about it. You know, ride our bikes and take care of families and the community. That's it.
Yes. So what charities are you supporting and have you supported?
Um, the biggest one we support this year was sickle cell. My club and other clubs out of Texas Biker Board of Regulators, we put our money together and we donated a couple thousand, a couple thousand or thousand, I can't remember, but it was a substantial amount of money we donated to the charity this year, and it helped a lot of people out. But it's a collective between all the clubs. You know, every time we have an event, we'll put the hat around, we'll put the banner up, and then people will donate. And then at the end of the year, we'll take the check down to Austin and donate it to the people down there. So it's a big deal.
So being in a motorcycle club, like you said, the people there, you're really big on riding.
Yeah,
Your club rides so much that they're earning 20, 30,000 miles a year.
yeah.
Why is it important for you to give back to the community? Why is it important for you to recognize a charity and to raise money for that versus just riding your motorcycle?
It's always good to take care of the people at home. You know, that those are the people that support you. And at any given moment, some of us need an extra helping hand. A lot of times we could be up here, then tomorrow we back down here. So at any given moment, you need to lend a helping hand. You can't just say, "Hey, I'm for the community," and you don't do nothing about it. So
Yeah, absolutely. So what made you choose sickle cell to represent and to bring
it was
awareness to?
it was a collective on the old with the TBVR, but I have an aunt that has sickle cell as well, and we have other family members in the motorcycle club who got sickle cell, and it affected. Actually, it's near and dear to a lot of our hearts in the different clubs. So that's where we voted and chose that charity, and we could actually see where the money is going to, more than like you could donate or something and you don't see where it goes to. With us, we could actually take it locally and we present it to the organization, and you could listen to the people with their testimony, how this money helps out the community. So
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people don't understand or recognize the sickle cell anemia is it's high in the African American community. A lot of children are born in it and it's lifelong. Some people
right.
unfortunately do not make it and they can succumb to that illness. So we too here in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh, our chapter, we raise money for sickle cell anemia, breast cancer awareness, and Autism Speaks. So sickle cell is definitely a great cause to bring awareness to. So that's a beautiful thing that you guys are doing, and thousands of dollars to a charity and to families, like that's absolutely amazing.
Yep.
So this challenge that you have, part of the proceeds and things go to that. You got to talk a little bit about that. What's going on with this challenge? These beautiful patches that we see.
Yeah, it's this thing came to me from just riding my motorcycle. You know, when you ride a motorcycle, like I always tell people that I cry on my motorcycle, I talk in my motorcycle, I sing loud on my motorcycle. So, you know, while you're riding down the road, a lot of riders can attest to that. A lot of things come in their head clearly, and I've always wanted to do a challenge. I've always wanted to do a patch and stuff like that, and I also want to make a mark in the motorcycle community. That people could know about other things. There's so much to do in the motorcycle community, and there's a lot of things that's been going on for years. So I just want to add something to it. I don't want to take nothing from it. I want to add to it, you know.
Absolutely.
And then sickle cell is because I just pretty much piggyback off of something that was going on already. You know, it wasn't broke, so I don't need to change it. So we collect about what 140, 150, something like that, and I add some money to it, and then I just drop it in at our club anniversary. I just put it in the basket when the thing was going around. So I didn't do it personally. So, but this year, I'm going to actually do a check from CenTex Motorcycle Mileage Challenge because the challenge has grown. Last year, I think we had maybe 80 people. And then we had a lot of heavy hitters in here, Reeve, Brandon, and a couple other guys. They hit 30, 40,000 miles within 6 months.
Yes.
And it's crazy. And now this year so far, we got over 200 and something.
Did you see? So when I made the post, I put that in there. Did you see it? Did you
Yes,
see, like, you welcomed all the newest members,
yes,
and when you did that, like, I was scrolling, and the list was going on, and that's just from what, 4 days ago?
yes. But I didn't do this alone by
Right.
myself now. A lot of my friends in the motorcycle community helped me out. K Solo helped me out. I think you helped me out, and a bunch of members from my club and other people that I don't even know who are doing this, but there's a lot of people in here. And then I have my admins. I got Kodak, I got my sister Stitch, got another guy out of Cali. I got Miss Cut Up over there out of Oklahoma, out of Tulsa. She routed Aftermath.
She on
Um,
there,
yes,
Miss Cut
so
Up.
she keep accountability. Then I have another sister out of there, Lisa out of Dallas, but she's a flight attendant, so she hasn't been in and out. But I have a lot of help. So this is just not me alone. I pretty much one of my brothers helped me design this patch, and then we changed it up a little bit, and it took about over 8 different patches for me to like it because I wanted to put something different. So it's kind of like a 3D patch. It has a big Texas on there, and the bull. You know, we have a lot of cows over here, and of course the motorcycle.
Yes, you
So
do.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
So a
gotta,
lot of people just
you have it. Oh, yeah, hold it up.
yeah, I got it right here. It's
That's a man. When I first saw that patch, I don't know if you posted it or if you were giving it out to your club members who may have made their mileage or made that mileage. And I was like, how you get that? Like, it is such it's a beautiful and bold patch, like the blue, the gold, how like the bull is there like that. I was like, I gotta get that patch. I gotta get that patch. Like, that was amazing. Be like, here, around 20,000 miles on it. Got it. I'm gonna get that. Yes. So I'm happy to say I was a 2024 recipient of the CenTex Motorcycle Challenge patch. Like, that's just, and I'm aiming. So what about the people who do it years in a row? Like, will they keep getting the patch, or will you change the patch? Will you like put a number on it? Like, what will, if people are continuously riding the mileage, like, how will that go? You hit mute on your phone. You gotta turn up your volume. You see in the corner, you're muted. Where's the mute button? You want to hit, so at the bottom, it's the second button on the screen at the bottom. You should see a star, the microphone, and then the camera. You gotta unmute yourself. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna take you out and then put you back in. Hold on, let's see. We change to a viewer, and then I'm gonna try to add him back on. Yes, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes, John. Oh, you did. Yes, John. Yes. You have to go to. I'm going to put the link in the comments. So click on it so that you can go to the CenTex Motorcycle Challenge page, and register. You just have to put a picture of your bike, your mileage, and the year, make, and model of your bike in there, and then you'll start the challenge. It started January 1st. Let me see if I can bring him back on. Let's see.
Okay.
There you go, man. So we have some people in the comments that are asking, how do they join the motorcycle challenge?
Oh, so basically you type in CenTex Motorcycle Mileage Challenge in your search bar on the Facebook. And then once you go there, you hit join the group. And then once you hit join the group, there's a set of instructions that's actually pinned to the top of it. I'll run down it real quick. You basically post your odometer with your mileage on it and a picture of your motorcycle. And then you put the make and model of the bike on there as well. And then you do your donation. You inbox me and I'll send you the donation information. Yeah, the information for the donation.
Okay.
So
I'm going to see if I can put it in put the link in the comment section so that they can just click on it. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, yep, share. And we are going to copy the link. And let's see if I can drop it in the comments. Okay, John, I dropped it in the comments. Oh, yep, there it is. Let's see. There's the link. You should be able to click right on it. So your challenge started January 1st. What are you anticipating for this year? Because the people that I saw that just joined, the people that I saw, first of all, like you said, last year, you had Brandon Myers, who just earned 100,000 miles in a year. You had Reef in there, who does 60, 70, 80, 90,000 miles a year. He just got his diamond mile eater status. On that list, I just saw Lionel Ramos.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Yes. Big time riders.
Snacks is in there. That beast, crazy moto, like.
Oh yeah.
Chris Luminini, like he crazy like that. They already have done, like, today's the what, 7 to 6. They've already done, some of them have already done 2 and 3 IBAs.
Oh
so yeah. Already like 3,000 miles, and it's 6 days.
Oh yeah.
Days in the year. Like, we're 6 days in, and that's yeah, we're gonna have our work cut out for us.
The thing about it, when I did it, when I first started doing it, a bunch of people was complaining that, say, 20,000 miles is too much. But for people who actually ride, their bikes a lot, I said 20,000 is just a tip on the iceberg. So it's not that much. So I wanted to do something to honor those riders too, to get that, because normally, people people do 5 or 6 thousand and they get something, but I wanted to give it to the people who actually go up there because I average about 20, 30,000 miles a year. So there's nothing out there for us. So I wanted to do something for those people,
Yeah.
to bring recognition to them.
And I think
Um,
when you start to put a number on things, I believe people get intimidated because the number seems so
yeah,
big, but really like break it down. If you do, what is it, 20,000 miles
hmm
divided by 65, that's like 54 and something, like 55 miles a day. You know
yeah,
what I mean? That's an hour on the bike. Like you can ride out a half an hour, grab something to eat and ride back.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And
yeah,
if you don't have the ability to be on it every day, on the weekend, you break that down too. Like that's what, 1,000 miles, under 1,000 miles, or under 2,000 miles a month. Like, you know what I mean? So that's obtainable. We ride so far to annuals and anniversaries. A lot of things aren't local to us. So for the people, like you said, who really support, MC culture or different clubs, they're riding a
hmm
good 400 or 500 miles
right,
a weekend to go to an annual. So it's very possible to, get to 20,000 miles. And like you said, if you want this patch, that's the requirement. You don't have to have the patch. You don't have to
right,
1,000 miles. But if you want to be, establish yourself or be considered, part of this elite CenTex motorcycle group, like, you know what I mean? Like that's a nice goal to try to ascertain. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
it's not
it,
that bad. I really and it's fun. The people you see, the places you go, the new people you meet. Like, I don't know. It's just a beautiful thing, honestly.
yeah,
And it's that bad. And I think sometimes people don't understand the sacrifice too that has to be made when you spend that much time on your motorcycle, because 20,000 miles is nothing to cough at, like, at all. It really isn't.
yeah,
It's yeah. And the financial, like, obligation that you have to do too, because a good 1,000 miles, that's about $200
yeah,
in gas. And so if you're doing that times 20, yeah, that's $4,000
yeah.
you're gonna be spending.
Well, this is not the only challenge I'm going to have. I have several coming up, but I'm working on the patches right now to make sure they're good to go, and all the other things. So we got a couple more things that we're going to push out during the year as well. So when you guys come to Texas, then we have that stuff for you guys to do because people, Texas is big and beautiful, so there's a lot to see here.
I remember.
This,
I remember.
yeah,
So all these things are going to be going on simultaneously, right? Like, you can be riding for the mileage challenge and then do the other things. Do you care to share about the one that you're working on?
nope, I don't want to. You have to bring me back on, because I did a portion of it. I didn't do the whole thing yet, so
You
I'm
want
gonna
to
do
test
it.
first. And
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a bunch of people to go with me and do it so they can earn the patch at the same time. So there's several things I got in the works, but you know how it is, with riding and work and family and everything. You gotta space everything out, and just to get a decent patch, you gotta spend between 20, 30, even $100 to get it right the first time
mhm,
when it get messed up, and then so
yeah, because you have to pay for the digitalizing it, like, you know what I mean, all of those things. And like you said, it's trial and error. Like, I didn't like this, you got to make that bigger. Can you change this? Can you work that out? All of those things become a factor. And you're right, it's hard to get something right the very first time. But if your patch person is diligent and you have an understanding in that relationship, then
yeah,
you're able to, do it. That's a beautiful thing. So many people in the comments are asking about the challenge and how to sign up. Thank you, Cut Up, for putting those instructions in there. I did drop in the comments the link so you can go right on, click it,
yeah.
and you sign up that way. You hear Kool-Aid. That's not the only thing that's going on in Big Texas. You're gonna have things going down. So is there anything else that you can share with us tonight?
Um, it doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle you ride. You have I literally know people who ride a bike every day. So if those guys could get involved in the challenge as well, those guys put 89,000 miles on their bike just riding to work, ride around the city. So if there's somebody out there that ride their motorcycle a lot, hey, bring them over here. The first prize last year we gave away $200 for the first prize and 100 for the second place. So this year is going to be 300 for the first prize, and then the second place is going to be 200. And then during the year, we'll have some special stuff for some special people. If you're out there riding your bike, do something special, you never know, your name may get put in a hat, and then we're going to send you something in the mail. So, it's more into it than just getting the patch at the end of the year. We're going to have some exciting things we're working out. We're trying to get us some sponsors and stuff like that, which is pretty difficult. People say they will do it, and then when it's come down to it, it's like, oh, you know what, man, can't do it right now. So if you know anybody who want to sponsor stuff as far as motorcycling and stuff, I mean, we'll take T-shirts, hats, oil changes, whatever you want to give us. And if we'll
Cards,
gift cards, gas cards. So if you got some stuff like that you want to share with us, we'll put your name on it. And of course put our logo on it, and it's going to come from both of us. So if you got something out there you want to share with us, let us know, because we have a lot of people be on the road riding, doing a lot of things, for charity. So if you want to share the wealth, bring it over here. We'll add you to the page and stuff like that as well. So,
that's
but
definitely that's cool. And even as far as T-shirts, like that patch, the picture how it is would be beautiful on like that big emblem on the front of a shirt would really rock out. Like that would really bring like some attention to things, because it really is like outstanding. It stands out
yeah,
so much. That's very nice.
yeah,
Patch, and it speaks volumes to your commitment, one, to yourself, you know what I mean, because it starts with you,
yeah.
and then your club or your organization or to your community, because you're out there, like you said, just showing that recognizes where you've been, who you're doing it with, what you're doing it for. And for me, I'm always pounding for a purpose.
Right.
That's my thing. I always want to bring awareness to something, because there are people who, if not supported in that way, you'll never be able to know the challenges that they face,
Yeah.
the adversity they deal with on like a daily basis. So that's a beautiful thing too. So the families that you helped last year with these thousands of dollars, what was the message that they gave you? What did they say to you when you presented them with those donations?
Well, my national president, he presented to him on behalf of TBR, and we even had people there that we helped out with gas for school, for daycare. They have a summer program for the children that they go to as well, and they provide counseling and all that stuff too. So that money pretty much go all around the community, stuff like that. Um, so that's pretty much what it was. So it was pretty touching. And also our club even sponsored a young man and for Christmas, and his family as well too. That's from the sickle cell organization. So
That's nice. So do you have, so if for people who don't ride
uh-huh.
motorcycles, but they be able to contribute to the cause, or they want to be able to contribute to the sickle cell awareness, is there a link, or is there a
um
place where they can send donations aside from trying to like ride to win the
yeah,
prize? Or
they just inbox me, and I'll send them my Zelle and my Venmo. They put their note on it, and that money will directly go to that at the end of the year. So I'll collect everything at one
okay,
time, and I'll send it all to it. It's not going to me, because the money I'm charging to join the group is barely pays for the patch. So I'm not doing it for money. So um,
see.
this is another one of the patches we made last year. We rode to Canada. So
Oh, that was nice. So that was your club's Canada run. So
yeah,
other people can't earn that. You have to be a member to
I
get
mean,
that.
they can, because it just got, they can wear it. You know, you just gotta get blessed off by the people in the club. We'll talk to them about it. If they rode Canada with us, or if they ride with us, then they'll get, something like this. But they have to literally ride with a member, so they
Okay.
just can't. Yeah,
So when the next time y'all going to Canada? Because I want to.
you go to Canada. You go to Canada all the time. You go to Canada all the time. You trying to show us out. You've been there when it was halfway paved, when it was all dirt. So you've been to that place.
I don't. I do not. proclaim to be a gravel person. I don't like it. So when the GPS got to that street and I looked back at the GPS and I looked and I was like, we gotta go down there. I don't I don't like it. It makes my heart like, so it's not, I mean, but you have to get accustomed to riding because not everywhere is paved. It just,
Yeah. That was like what, 60 miles one way? Something like that.
so
I can't remember.
it's 32.7. So once you leave, so you're still in
Right.
Manitoba, and then right before Manitoba goes back into the United States, there's about 15 or so miles in Canada. Then the other like 20 something is the United States part over. But it yeah. And
It's about,
there's and stuff.
it's about what, like 60 miles though with the total amount.
Oh
But
yes, yes. Once you go across the Canadian border, yes, to get from the border back to the United States is like 60 miles, like 55, 57, something like So like average 60 miles to get.
that's the longest 60 miles I ever ridden in a long time because of the terrain. Because at one given time, I swear that I was going to be in the bushes. My bike fishtailed so hard, because like it was like all over the place, like I hit oil.
And then it slides, and then so like when you first and so for anyone watching that wants to go up to what we're talking about right now is the top buoy in Angle Inlet, Minnesota. So anyone who wants to go up there, be mindful that, and so we're talking about, there's about 35 miles of gravel. You have to leave the United States, go into Canada, and go back into the United States.
And some mud and water.
Yes. Yeah. So, and it's not just a straight path.
No.
So when the gravel comes, it comes out of nowhere. Like there's no warning, there's no signs, there's no nothing. You're literally, and the speed limit is
60 kilometers.
Like 40 miles an hour, right?
So right.
It's like 40 miles an hour, 60 kilometers. So 40 miles an hour is pretty. That's pretty swift. You know what I mean? Like, because it's only one lane this way, one lane that way.
Right.
So you're rolling at 40 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden,
nothing but dirt.
The concrete
disappears.
And it literally drops off. Like
disappears.
Like literally, it's like you're riding, and then it drops to it. Just the blocks that they laid down, the blocks of cement, just stop. They just stop, and it's all the gravel that's underneath. And it was. And so when you're riding, at least for me, I'm in my head, or I'm listening to music, or I'm talking to myself. So I'm looking at what I'm doing and where I'm going, but it was still so all of a sudden, because it was almost like my eyes were playing tricks on me. So when I was going, and I was the first bike. I think it was me, then Tef, then Fire. So when I saw it, it was too late to try to like downshift and slow down and ease on the side. Literally like whoop, just, and was going like, and I'm just like, oh snap.
You gotta ease off the throttle.
Yes, just pull. Yes,
you don't want to grab nothing too fast. Don't grab no brakes, no clutch.
Yes,
you just gotta ease off and hold on your bike and be steady.
Just steady. And it start to pull the clutch in just to try to ease it down. So Tef came behind me, then Fire, rest her soul, was so like, oh my God. She was like, bye, bye. And I could just hear her screaming my name from behind us. And then, when you go, it's like maybe 30 feet. And then the first right comes. Like it came fast. Like it came, and it's not, it was a crazy right. It wasn't like a bend. It was like you had to turn right because the street ended. And I was just like, is this what it's about to be?
Yeah, I slid around a couple of corners, and it was crazy.
Them Rare Breed boys out of Chicago. So we were already up there, and we were on our way back. And it's funny because we were coming back, and it was getting dark. It was because we went in September, so it may have been around I don't know, 6, 7, and we were coming back out, and like I said, it was turning dusk. We see these 2 bikes, and what made me know that it was bros, they had those rollbacks, like the pullback bars, like those, and they were, when I say flying, it was just dust, but they were trying to get in there and out before it got pitch dark, because all while we were in there were rain, like deer. We saw like I don't know if that was a coyote, a little, and then something little fat ran across the road. There was stuff in there that I have never seen before, and I'm just like, what did I get us into? Like, because in my mind, it was just a mission, like, go to the bottom buoy, right up to the top buoy, easy peasy. Nah, man,
No,
it was not.
that's not an easy ride, honestly.
No.
Because I thought the same thing, and until you get there, you'll see. You're gonna learn a lot about yourself and your motorcycle, right on that small road. Because when we look at the GPS, it was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be quick, but then you have to start slowing down. You have to ride through the mud, and then certain spots of gravel get so thick that your bike bogs down.
Yes,
So,
and it had rained maybe 5, 6 days before we went. So some places were, yes, very soft. And the tractor trailers that come for the deliveries,
oh yeah,
there were grooves in the road. So like your bike was like, if you went into a groove and you had to come back. Yeah,
there was a couple vehicles with boats just riding down the road, and I mean they cover me in dust. I had to put on I had to put my stuff on. My shield got all fogged up. I had to pull over and wipe it off and put it back on. It was bad for me going out there.
it was.
But so
So look at the trailblazer here talking about it's good practice for Prudhoe Bay. Some of those things, ma'am, are only for some of y'all. That so when I was in Alaska, I went up to Fairbanks, and there's about a 55-mile, 60-mile portion of, I forget what number road is, but it's from Fairbanks down to Jackson, like JXSON, where it's all gravel too, just complete gravel. So I can't even imagine the other way. So when you leave Fairbanks, right before you get to the highway to go up to Prudhoe Bay, so maybe you have 75, 80 miles, and then after that, that's it.
oh yeah,
And it's all gravel again. So no, Miss Ma'am, Miss Snacks, K Solo, Kodak the Ground Pounder.
kudos to y'all. Those guys are ultimate coast to coast guys.
Ultimate.
We just practicing right now to get there.
Phenom went with Snacks. Yes, man. Yes. After Whitney went up and came down. There's quite a bit of people who did it, so it is doable, but you definitely have to know your limits, and you cannot do things just because you see other people doing them. If you have not practiced, or if you have not been in those situations where the terrain is bad or rough that way, hundreds of miles of that, or even 50, 60 miles of that, is daunting. And it speaks, like you said, to your ability. Like, do what's right and in your ability to do, and don't go out there trying to do more than you can. And not saying that you can't try it, but I would definitely try on a smaller mileage based thing. Like do 20 miles of it first, then 40, then 60. Like, build yourself up, because holding on to a bike that long while you're doing this, and it's slipping, and it's just, and obviously if you're all the way at the top of the world in Alaska, you have to have gear and clothes and all those things, so those things weigh your bike down. There's a lot to it. When we came out of Angle Inlet, our bikes were covered in dust, just like you said, face, helmet, clothes, the bikes. Like, we went to the car wash and was like hosing them down. It was caked in between your chain. It's weird.
That's why I didn't wash my bike till I get back. I forgot, somebody told me, like, do not wash your bike, do not rinse it off. So I kind of like let the the wind blow a lot of my dirt off, and then the rain helped me out because it was bad. I'm talking about dirt in every crevice. I probably still got some dirt somewhere in my bike
Abs-
somewhere because I try to wash it off. I mean, I took it to Harley to get some stuff changed, and they washed it off. I took it to shop, and they cleaned it, and it was still dirty. I think my bike is still dusty in a lot of places still from that. It's a
it,
lot of there's a lot of dust.
because you went when like August, September last year, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
And that was 6 months ago, and you still have remnants. I'm telling you,
And it was cold coming back from Minnesota. People, it was summertime and coming down them hills.
summertime in your mind, but up north,
No, I had all my gear. I was good. I had my heated gear. I had my suit. I had my full suit. I was good.
I'm
But
telling you, hold on.
I think I post on my Facebook said how it was 80 degrees and today is 40 degrees or something in Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It changes. Like when you go on rides like that, even when you go like coast to coast, you have to be prepared for all 4 seasons because you never know what Mother Nature's bipolar behind is going to do. One day she's up, one day she's down. This day she's sunny. This day she's rain.
what's
Yeah,
that?
like
I know riding through Oklahoma it was terrible. It was like 100 and something degrees. I had to take my jacket and my shirt and soak them in water in the sink with ice water, and every time I drive down the road about 40 minutes, I was baking
baking.
again.
Even techniques like that, I think when people set out to take on challenges like that, or they set out to challenge themselves, you know what I mean, to increase their skills and to learn more riding techniques, you have to be prepared for that. And that's why I like shows like this and like K Solos and Sarge and definitely Big Sale, because you get to talk to people and learn awareness and differences from their experiences, so you don't have to
Yeah,
go out there and be the first one to do it and not be successful. You know what I mean? So it's better to talk to people who've already done it and who've gone and do your research, because what is that, the little pack that goes on your back with the water,
Camelback.
the Camelback, like that's good, so you don't have to keep trying to reach, because not everybody has a cup holder, and it keeps your back cool. It
Yeah,
keeps you cool underneath all those things. When you just fill it with ice, it melts down and you have your water like right there. Definitely those long sleeve shirts, skunk and
cool in, cool out shirts.
yes, they gave me all of those, like neoprene, the material that's
Hmm.
good. And gave me a lot of good products to buy when you're out there riding, even down to like the socks. Because once your outer extremities get cold or uncomfortable,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap, man.
All your feet get
That
wet, too soaking wet.
finger cold, them feet cold, like you said, wet.
Hmm.
So now, whether I think it's going to rain or not, I'll put socks on, plastic bags, the second pair of socks, and then my boots, because it's easy to take that off and change the plastic. But once you, like you said, your feet get wet and your boot,
Yeah, we,
it's the first thing.
we we left out of the heat, and then we was up in Iowa. Is it Iowa where the Iron Butt sign is at?
Yeah,
The the weather changed, and we have to ride on a gravel road
I
too
was
over there.
about to say yes, right? Listen. And you know what the name of the road is?
What?
Xavier. Xavier. Because when I left the Iron Butt sign and I was on my way to South Dakota, he
Hmm.
had called me and I was like, "What, Zave?" And he was just talking crazy. I said, "Xavier, what are you talking about?" Like, so we were feuding, like me and my son. And then so I'm looking at the GPS. I said, "I got to call you back and pay attention, because you come out the Iron Butt road, you make the right, and then it's that first left." And so I looked and I saw gravel, because they're train tracks there. So you have to go up and go down. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, there's just gravel right there because it's packed, because the train tracks. But when I went up and over,
Gravel, all gravel.
I was like,
That's
who lives
about
there?
what?
Who
That's
lives
about the gravel road is about 4 or 5 miles of gravel,
there?
and it feels like forever,
And
don't it?
I was ready to turn around, but I was like, I can't turn around, because if I turn around, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, I ride all through the night, and that's the best time for me. So it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So if I drop this bike, who's coming to help me? I mean, there are houses along that road, but I'm like, I can't walk up to nobody's door like, hi, I dropped my bike on your driveway. Can you help me? You know what I mean? And I was going so fast, I was scared to downshift, to like slow up.
No,
to
you
just
definitely don't want to do that.
Exactly. So I just had to like ride it out. Like you said, don't touch anything, don't pull
Just,
anything.
just coast.
Let the momentum slow itself. So when I got to a point where I had to like stop and compose myself. I had to just, like once the momentum
you caught the shakes.
I'm looking, and like I said, it's 2 o'clock. I'm trying to see like how much further, and I'm trying to see if there's other streets to turn off on. There's no street to turn off on.
You have to go straight.
I was like, what the WTF?
Oh yeah.
I was so sad. I was upset because I've been riding I have been riding for like 20 hours. Like literally, my first stop was South Sioux Fall, Nebraska. Like, and I was just like,
oh, you came the other way. We came from the bottom to the top. You came across.
Yep, I came across because I was like, damn. I could see if I was like fresh on the road, it might have been a little bit better, but mentally and physically, I was just not ready for that. I had no idea.
Ain't no gas stations out there. They only do 87. Almost, my light was singing out there. My little light was singing.
Get that gas additive and add that in there to make it. It's bad to see. News are things that you need to know. Like even a lot of research, sometimes it's still not there. You got to do.
It's not going to tell you because it's going to show you the major gas stations, and those major gas stations are maybe 30 miles away, and you on a quarter of a tank.
And it's
are they closed? Or they're not?
They're closed.
Or they say they're open and they're not in service. Like we stopped at a gas station, it was no good. It was just pumps in a building, and the next gas station was 10, 15 miles away, between the cornfields.
And that is where God comes in, because you're praying to him like, please let me get to this gas station and not be out here in the cornfields and children of the corn come out and try to get us. Like
ain't nothing out there.
And I'm trying to think who told me about that app, iExit. So when you're on there, if you open up iExit, it'll tell you where the gas stations are that are actually open and how many miles, what type of gas they have, whether it's premium, regular, whatever. That has been the best app added to my weather app, and of course the hotel app. But yeah, iExit is iExit, and it doesn't matter if it's an Android or an iPhone. That's just the name of the app, and that's a great app to have, because the last thing you want to do is be out there with no gas. But I do like how they've made the gas cans now. They fit in your saddlebag on that angle, so they don't take up a lot of room. That's like the best one. Or
I have the angle one, and I have the two cans that look like little NOS cans. I got two of those, and I got one of those.
So if you remember where you got them, post the link in the comments so that people can get a hold of that too, because I always try to
share. I got those little ones from Cycle Gear. Hold on, I'll grab one. I'll grab a shirt.
That's and this is that stuff from a man who does, like you said, 30,000-40,000 miles annually. He got to know his stuff, right?
It ain't me.
Yeah, that's what you say, Mr. Minimum for your. Yep. Yeah, that's and that does not take up a lot of room at all, and it's just good to have, definitely, because you never know. So how many gallons is that? Like a 1 gallon or a 2 gallon?
Hold on, and you got this.
Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. To go this slide right back in the back of your saddlebag, and it does not take up a lot of room at all, and it lets you have a surface to pack other things. That one is like a 3 gallon, or 2. But how many gallons is your canister?
I don't remember.
I mean, even 1 1 gallon is
I
gonna
have
get
to
you
go. I have to go out there and look at it. But I know it's enough to take you at least 20, 30, 40 miles down the road.
about 30,
Just
30 miles.
yeah,
Yeah,
just going 70, 75. You don't have to, ride all down the road.
yeah.
And depends what state you are in. The speed limit is, 70, 75. It's not like Texas, 80, 85 miles an hour down here.
Mm, yeah. How we look.
Unless you out in Wyoming or North or South Dakota, then the mileage go up a little bit. But you know,
You're in be prepared for deer because they
and the wind,
Montana
yeah,
for Montana and that wind. Oh my gosh.
yeah. I had it had us riding like
In South
it had
Dakota.
it had us riding like we have a broken what you call it? You have those wheels on the back of your bicycle as a kid riding
Yeah,
the training wheel. You ever notice some kids riding down the road when the training wheels all lean to the side? That's how it was riding down the road.
yeah,
I mean, we was like
yeah,
sideways going down the road.
absolutely.
And the wind. I remember one time the wind took us from one lane to the other lane. That's how hard it was pushing us. And our bikes are loaded down with gear and
That's
everything. And the wind just grabbed the whole bike and just brought it over to the next lane. So you have to literally ride sideways. Because I was thinking that the wind was bad in Arizona, which it was bad, but I think it was worse up the other way.
yeah.
Because in Arizona, they will have signs that tell you, like, if you see this coming, you better park your bike and go duck somewhere or something.
They have wind advisories, and the one time it was so windy and my heart was beating so fast because, like you said, it skips you across lanes and you see the tractor trailers moving and the cars moving.
Yeah,
So I got off next exit, I got off, and like again my heart was beating. I go in the gas station, they're like, are you okay? It looks like you saw a ghost. I was like, no, I'm not okay. I was like, that wind is crazy. And they looked out the window.
yeah,
It's windy. I was like, yes. They were like, it can't be too windy because the trees are standing up. They
yeah.
are used to the trees being bent over like this.
Oh,
The wind, there was like a 60-mile-an-hour wind advisory. You know how strong 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are?
yeah.
Like, like,
It's- I think in New Mexico as well too. They will have sign. Is it New Mexico? I think once you get out of Texas and hit New Mexico, there's signs that will literally show you on the side of the road, and then they got those divots in the middle of the road. I have to go back to my pictures, but that happened to us as well too. It's like the whole front of my bike was like this, and the other side of the bike, yeah, it was New
yeah,
Mexico, and it has signs like every mile to tell you, hey, this will happen to you.
yes, yes, because it was 2018 and we went to Reef and Solos Ride to Eat in Oklahoma, but
Mhm.
we did the Iron Butt there because from Pittsburgh to there's like 1,100 to 1,200 miles. I was like, we might get a gun burner, so that was just another like 300 miles. So we were going to go to Tucumcari, New Mexico, so just 250 back and 250 back in. We got to the end of Texas and was in New Mexico, and the wind
Oh
was
yeah,
blowing. Got off and we went to a gas station. There was a trooper there. And so we're like, when is this wind going to stop? Is it always this way? And he was like, well, you can take 66, which was beside the highway. He was like, but you have to be aware of the game that's out there. And I thought he said game. I said gang. Somebody going to pull us over and like steal our bikes. He's like, not gang, ma'am. Game.
game,
It was like
wildlife.
he was like there deer, coyote, antelope, all. I was like, damn. So do we deal with the wildlife or do we deal with the wind? Like, what do we like? It was,
I would choose to win. I ain't messing with the wildlife. Wildlife are crazy in
and
Texas.
so we had to ride side by side so that we
To
can look
cut the wind.
both sides. No, we went on the back street so that we could go slower, but we had our bike side by side so that we can see over into the forest in case.
Use a headlight to. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, and like
So you have
so
more light.
we saw
Yep, yep.
they didn't come out, but yeah, that was the scariest. I'm telling you, there's some shit on the road for real. Like it's
Oh
not.
yeah.
It, you're not going to be in daylight all the time. You're not going to be in good weather all the time. So it's definitely good to practice in all elements. to a certain extent, not to be super extreme, but you're not always going to have a pleasant ride, and
No.
you just have to be accustomed to how to deal with those different conditions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like they definitely have signs. Oh, 80 and 90 east to west.
Mm-hmm.
Up there. That's again. That's that Montana, Idaho, Washington. I don't know why it's so windy up north. It's
Washington,
crazy.
we rode the whole state from top to bottom in the rain.
Along the coast, or right before you got into Oregon for the coast.
Oh,
That's
we rode as soon as we crossed as soon as we crossed into the Oregon, it started drizzling. And then we got on the weather channel and we looked, we just kept our stuff on. We rode the whole Oregon state in rain, up and down them wide nine was it 9 degrees now level? How you say I can't remember the elevation.
yeah, and that's
When
um
it dropped all the way, you sitting on your bike and it feels like you
like,
sitting on the handlebars.
like you're
You
about
look,
to stop me. Like you're
yeah. And
that's
the rain is coming down now. And then the tractor trailers are passing you because you can't go
what's
as fast as they're going because the water is pouring down the hill with you and like pushing the bike down. So you have to practice that friction zone and all that stuff. Like you literally gotta be in the right gear, in the right mind.
and that's
Yeah.
there, the right man, because if you become too afraid, you're gonna make
Oh, you
a
in a covert, you're gonna be in down there.
off to the side in the ditch looking up like, what did I do wrong? Yeah. But if you never
Yeah.
experience it, you'll never get that skill. You'll never be able to hone in on that skill. But this has definitely been I hope everyone's been taking notes and see oh, cut up is that she the boss. She went on Cycle Gear and found the canister that you had.
Oh yeah.
She put that. Oh, and Rich Swinton, he said, be careful or make sure you check the angled canister. You got to change those, your O-rings at the top because sometimes it'll leak
That is true because they will get crystallized
and they are,
or right. And so me personally, I have a bag that I put my fuel in. I don't put my fuel with nothing else. I got a bag, I stick him in the side and I actually put plastic over him
yeah,
and then I put another thing over him and I cover him up so they can stay cool because you don't want them
because
too much in elements. Yeah, like because if you ride in the summertime, you don't want to have that fuel out there sitting there like that.
it'll, yeah,
And actually, I've known somebody who got this big old fuel thing on his bike, and the police pulled him over in Texas. Like, what are you doing all the fuel?
but why did he get pulled over? Because he had an auxiliary tank.
No, he had a big old 5 gallon, and he was riding.
Oh no, and it's too hot in Texas. It would have just been like poof. And
So the police pulled him over. I guess he says for safety purpose, like, sir, you know it's 100
yeah,
something degrees. You riding on the
that
road.
will cause a traffic jam and possibly something else. Like, yeah, nobody wants to deal with that today.
Uh,
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's when people were throwing cigarettes out on the side of the road and stuff, and the grass catch a fire. So he was riding to El Paso, and he said the police pulled him over. Was like, hey, you know that's dangerous. You wanna
Yeah,
you wanna put something
yeah,
where that can, just in case somebody mess with you. So he ended up putting I think he put a bag or something over it because it was just over. But I think he would be fine though with the can out there. But I guess the police was so concerned
yeah.
about all the wildfire and stuff, he's gonna
I
get blown up on his bike.
mean, I understand his concern because once you get to that one point, the gas station is so far between. Where is that? Yeah, that's El Paso to what?
They got more gas stations now though. But so if you ride that way, you gotta actually gauge your stuff.
Yeah,
There's some gas stations that's there that is pretty dangerous. A lot of gravel and big holes, and they're so small. A lot of you can miss them.
yeah.
On 10, they're so small you can miss them. So, but if you gauge your ride, and then talk to a couple people, they'll tell you exactly where to stop.
Stop. And
Yeah,
you can't miss it because, like you said, if you get off track
yeah.
and miss, it might be like
You're
40
gonna be on the side of the road.
talking about
Yeah.
can Kool-Aid, can you come get me? What's your motorcycle towing service called?
You better call Reef. He live over that way.
Reef will will come to the rescue, but you're gonna have to, you'll stop to get something to eat, and then he's gonna pull you into his web of long distance riding. Then you're just gonna be hypnotized and riding again and again forever and ever.
Yeah,
So you pick your
that's a long ride over there. That's 800 and something miles.
mm-hmm.
Um,
808, I believe, is
yeah.
the great state of Texas.
So I'm gonna give you one of those, right? Since we talk about that, one of my patches is called an I-10 run in Texas.
Mm.
So basically, you have to have a receipt from Beaumont and then one in El Paso. So it's just gonna have. I have that patch made already though, but it's just I already talked to Chris about it. He's good with it because he does the I-10. But there's some more stuff need to be done to the patch. That's why I haven't really talked about that ride yet. So I'm just trying to work all the kinks out to make sure everything good. I just don't want to put after I put this patch, I didn't want to put the other ones out because they didn't look too good. So we trying to work them so they look pretty decent.
So then that's a good collaboration. So when you do the Iron Elites social experiment
You
at
could also do mine as
so,
well.
but you have you have to stop in Beaumont, get the
Yep.
receipt. Then when you get out of Texas, you have to stop, get El Paso's. So if
Yep.
you just pass through it, obviously they know that
Mhm.
you went through, but have for your part of that
Yep.
patch,
Yeah.
have to have those two
Mhm.
receipts. Yeah.
And basically how I gauge it though, if somebody decided to do that run, it'll kind of give them a forecast what to expect when they do the I-10 to the end. So mine is pretty much prepping you for the big rides. All my rides is prepping you to do big rides. All the rides I'm doing in Texas is prepping you for the bigger rides because, we were crazy. We just get out there and do it. Nobody actually say, hey, go do that. So like right now for the new people who ask about riding, I'm trying to give them something that they can do to get themselves ready to do the bigger challenges.
And earning that. Oh, speaking of which, hey Sarge, how you doing? I think for me, when you do something, when you accomplish something, to have something to show for it,
Mm-hmm.
want to do more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so if they do Texas, they do that part and they get your patch. It's like, okay, I did that. That's 800 miles, because from Jacksonville to Santa Monica is 22:45 or something like that.
Yeah.
So they can think like, if I did Texas, I just have to do Texas 3 times and I'm across the country. You know what I mean? So
And
if
it's
you do little,
Yep. And it's bringing some muscle memory to them because
yeah,
muscle memory is important riding. If you could do
yeah,
that, the 800 something miles in a day, you could knock out I-10 to the
yes.
end.
And that's a good thing. And then you, like I said, you have something to show for each step of your process. And that's
Yep.
a nice talk. That's what I love about our vest too. The patches that you have on it are nice talking pieces, and nice talk.
Tell the story.
It tells the story. Like, people like, oh, where you get that? You be like, let me tell you all about it. And then
Oh
that
yeah.
whole conversation you have, and you tell your stories,
Yeah.
experiences, and then that allows somebody else to want to do it and to get encouraged and excited and to move on and tell somebody else and get a group of people to do it and do it. And that's what motorcycling is about. It's supposed to be sharing, and happiness and storytelling and just accomplishments and achievements that are self-proclaimed. You know what I mean? Not what somebody else. Yeah. Oh, which one is that?
Don't you worry
Yes.
about that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Talk miles, get yonder, say nothing.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
this is old school right here, throwback. But I just got this at the Right to Eat. They're coming back out again. Big shout out to them.
oh,
Um,
coming back out. She was one of the editor in chief. Yes, get my under. And again, just little things like that, just trinkets to show, like, you're out here, you're riding your bike, you're spreading cheer and happiness. Hey now, Chris. We're out of it. We're international. We're international. We have some international people on the line. Hey y'all. Hey. Well, I appreciate you, Kodak. Excuse me, Kool-Aid. You've been on here giving knowledge and cheer and your charities. Remember, you do not have to ride a motorcycle to be able to contribute
right.
to the sickle
Right.
cause. And what you said, you have 3 charities, though. You have more than one.
No, so we have several organizations we help out, during the
Mm-hmm.
year, and a lot of times the club shoulder the burden. We'll
Yeah.
we'll do our own little we'll do a bike night or we do other charity other events to help out as well. So, but
So there's Just so if someone wanted to donate, they don't have to specifically say sickle cell. It'll be whatever your club is organized for that year.
And right, and a lot of times we're advertising on Facebook, so you know you'll see other members. You can donate it to the Cash App for the club as well. So
that's good. So in the comments, CenTex motorcycle mileage
challenge.
It's
Yes.
January 1st to June 30th, right?
No, we're gonna do so. We're gonna do it the whole year this year because last year, those guys they did so good, and I was like, man, it's unfair to somebody who could do more miles than the other person. But you know, it was a challenge for them to get that for 6 months. So I'm doing the whole year.
Last year was the first run of it, right?
So what happened last year? We did the first run, right? And a lot of people fell out. They didn't want to do the second run, so I didn't do the other part of the year. I just let it ride. But this year I'm doing the whole year, so we're gonna catalog the whole thing. So you know, there's still anybody could win. Is anybody, or if you don't win, you can still get that 20,000 miles or beat my mileage. So this year I only did 20 something, 27 plus K miles. That's about it. So you know, you never know. This year I may only do 10K, so you can still get the patch. You just got to earn it.
So so then how you earn patches, either win the challenge first or second place, or do 20,000 miles a year, or beat your mileage for the year. So that's a lot of ways, y'all. 3 ways to get that beautiful patch. 20,000 miles. Look at it. 20,000 miles. Become the first or second place mileage challenge winner for the whole year of 2025, or beat Kool-Aid Smiles. We're gonna have to keep Kool-Aid home so that some people get some miles. But he also has to ride because he's earning money for charity and awareness.
That's right.
Y'all just gonna have to get out there. Y'all gonna have to do something. Y'all gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to keep keep a good eye on and say, "Put your bike on now. Put your bike on now. What you got now? Are you?"
And I'm only using now. I only used one bike last year. Some people use 2 or 3 bikes. I only use one bike.
Well, that's a good point. So your requirement this year is you can only have 2 bikes, right?
Some people come up with 4 or 5 bikes. I'm like, man.
I was like,
I mean, it's cool, but you know, I mean, I got a couple bikes, but I just don't use them all for the challenge. But 1 year we're probably just gonna do 1 bike. So if it breaks down, you gotta, you know, whatever, you're out of there. You know, if it gets bigger, and if the money, if I get some sponsors and we get more money to give away, we're gonna have to ante up the rules, you know.
So get more money. Maybe you can do first, second, and third at another category. So that'll be, or maybe some off prizes. Or like you say, gas cards, and just something for like all them people that I saw that just joined, you might have to do like maybe a little something for the 5,000 mile people, 10,000, 15,000, because there's are heavy hitters.
Oh yeah, we got some plans in place. We're not gonna put it out there yet until, you know, we're gonna go on a page and we're gonna be like, hey, yada yada yada, and whoever respond or whoever get it, then they'll get something.
That's good.
You know, we're just gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it interesting, huh?
I said, tell them keep your notifications on, because when they post, you gotta be ready to get on it. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
And we encourage people to share their rides every month, like a monthly ride. Share what you did that month and post it on the group. Keep us in, you know, keep us in a loop, or in the know whatever you said.
That's gonna be kind of giving away what you're doing, but I guess it helps the competition too. Like, oh, I went here, and
that's right.
Oh, we gotta get on it. We gotta get on. I'm telling you, some of them people on that list already have 3,000 miles, y'all, and we 6 days in, so y'all gotta get started. Gotta get started. And you heard Kool-Aid say he was already out there. Where'd you go? Yeah, and
hey, I'll be out minding my own business. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, y'all heard him. You're already been out there, and he in big Texas, so you already know you got your competition there because the weather's that much better. But
I wouldn't say all that. I got heated gear and I got a suit, so that's what.
So did you
That's
have
what
one? Do you like your suit? I was looking into suits, Air or Climb. Which one do you have?
I got that one.
The Climb one?
Yeah,
Do you like it?
yeah, I love it.
So do you ride in that, or are you really a jeans person?
No, I ride in it. I got island blood in me, so I get cold easily. So I put my stuff on with my heat and my suit, and I plug in.
And then you good. You
Yep.
good. So y'all heard that in one of the hottest states in the United States, and he still has heated gear. You do not know what you're getting into.
I rode in my heated gear in August
Yeah,
when I rode to Minnesota because it was that cold up
yeah.
there.
If once you get cold and uncomfortable,
Yeah.
your ride's about to be miserable. So you definitely want
I
to.
got heated grips. I'm working on some heated seat. I'm trying to put everything on that thing.
Oh, I
The whole kitchen sink.
do heated seat for the bike. Yeah,
When I had
absolutely.
my Indian, I had a heated and cool seat. I still got that seat for sale. I need to sell it though. I got a heated and cool seat for sale for my
So
Indian.
you don't have the Indian anymore?
No, I put about 40,000 miles on it. 30, close to 40, and sold it in a year.
So again, the way to get the patch is probably going to be your 20,000 miles, and we're going to leave it at that because first and second place is probably going to be astronomical. This man keeps saying, "I only do this, I only do that," but he bought a bike, rode 40,000 miles on it in the year, and then sold it. So yeah, there you
Well,
have it.
I mean, if you're feeling it better, I bought this bike about a year ago with less than 4,000 miles on it. I got over 40 something thousand miles on it. If it makes you feel better.
Yeah, that feel a lot better. That's boosting their confidence to make sure that they get this patch. Yeah, that makes us feel a whole lot better.
But you gotta think about it. You got guys on here that a lot of the new mileage challenge guys, they ride over 100 something thousand miles a year. 80,000, 70,000. So they're trying to get this patch too. So and they're not playing. They're
I
serious.
saw the list of people and I was like, oh, oh, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, I'm
Yep.
just, I'll be one of the
This
people who
this patch anybody could get it. You just gotta ride for it.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So if somebody had to have this patch and I will give it to them, I'm gonna know that they imitated because you know a lot of people will imitate and try to steal stuff.
I,
So
I hope no one takes it upon themselves to try to
hey,
emulate
I've seen
patch.
we've been in the motorcycle world. We see what people do. We see what they do.
But you have your initials on it. Like you, yeah, like they would have to see someone's to be able to fully mimic it. You know what I mean? And like you said, it's 3D. They may not be able to do what your patch per. I hope nobody. Please don't do that, guys. Like just earn it the right way. I hope he does that. Like that would be so bad. You better get a registered mark on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that it can't be, or if somebody infringes on your design, especially like you said, it took 8 tries for you to get it exactly what you wanted it to be. You don't want somebody to infringe on that. That wouldn't be a good thing. So, like, protect your investment. You know what I mean? Protect your creativity because that's not,
It's for the motorcycle world. It ain't for me. I already earned mine. I'm joking, y'all.
yeah. Oh, so Logic says so. Can more than one patch be given away? Yes, more than one patch is given away. Anyone who rides to 20,000 miles or more earns a patch. Anyone who beats Kool-Aid's mileage for the year can earn a patch. And if you are first or second place in this mileage challenge, then you can earn a patch as well. So there are 3 different ways that you can earn the patch.
Yep.
And so when people see you with that patch on, they're gonna know you about that business.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a handful of people out there that earned a patch so far. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice. I saw all the pictures. So that's a nice encouragement. It's definitely
yeah,
obtainable.
and we got some more I gotta put in the mail too. That
They sent you their
so
receipts and stuff from last year.
yep. I know there's a few people that I know that earn it as well too. So You know, a lot of people did the hoka
Mm-hmm.
hay and riding around and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
you know, they got the proof. So if they want to come over and join the crew or get the patch, you know, just say follow the instructions.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well,
Mhm.
I thank you very, very much. I'm going to go back and look through all the comments and see what I can answer. We do have the link to the CenTex Motorcycle Mileage Challenge page. You can just
Mhm.
click on it. Cut Up was nice enough to put in there the link for both of the gas cans. Remember, the app that helps you with the gas stations is iExit. What else? If you want to do angle inlet, be prepared for that gravel. Be prepared for the gravel. You need your passport because you're leaving the country and going back into the
That's
country.
a
So yeah,
must. You don't want to keep you.
yeah,
They'll keep.
yeah. Have that. And you can't take weapons. So if you
No.
have to lock it away somewhere when you go in until you come back out. But thank you guys. It's been Running Your Motor with Piper. I
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you,
me.
Corlette.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
Yes, no, I appreciate you. Remember, Pounding for a Purpose, for a good cause. We're raising money for sickle cell anemia awareness. You can donate. You do not have to be a motorcycle rider. You can still contribute. Go to the page, and the Cash App, the Venmo, and the Zelle are all there so that you can contribute if you'd like to. Thank you.
I'll inbox them the Venmo and the Zelle. The Cash App, I don't know what's going on with it. Cash App be tripping. So
Okay, well,
yeah.
it's best. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. See you next Monday.
Take care.